Hey everybody, welcome back to Sarah J. Awesome. I know it has been 2 weeks, technically maybe 3 weeks now since I've made a video because life has just been crazy lately. But you are going to love the irony of this situation. Basically, last Monday, I was driving home from work on the Beltway and there was a blue Tesla next to me in the fast lane. And we were driving along. I didn't think anything of it. I'm tired, whatever. Next thing I know, they're pulling over and they have a blowout on the Beltway 8. I don't remember what time it was on Monday, but anyway. And the first thing that came to mind for me was like, oh my gosh, I should pull over and like render aid. I don't know why. That's like my first thought. And then I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, neither of us have a spare. Teslas don't come with a spare tire. They don't come with the jack. They don't come with a tire patch kit. Nothing. So literally all you can do is call roadside assistance or Tesla roadside assistance, which is what I recommend. And I have given y'all the numbers to all of those all over the world in I think my last video I gave that to y'all, but you can just Google it. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to cause more of an accident and it's going to be all awkward. I'm pulling over to help a stranger do nothing but call a phone number. So I kept driving, went home, and I'm like, man, I don't even know really what to do in a situation if I get a flat tire in my car. All I really know is just to call Tesla roadside assistance. And I'm like, man, wouldn't that be ironic if like I got a flat tire too? Oh my gosh. And so this happened on Monday. And then on Wednesday, 2 days later, I was driving home in the same spot and I look over and I see my tire pressure light come on. This happens all the time. Okay, so I wasn't that alarmed, but then I started thinking and I'm like, it's hot outside. I'm driving on the freeway. Pressure should be going up. It's not like I'm leaving my house in the morning when it would be lower. So I'm like, okay, so I pull up my tire pressure while I'm doing 70 miles an hour on the freeway. And I see all my pressures are at like 45 PSI where they should be, except for my back left one is at 37 PSI. And I'm like, oh, that's a problem. That's not good. Okay, maybe it's just something wrong with the sensor. I don't know. So I keep watching it while I'm driving. This is the amazing thing about your car. You can say, show service with the voice command, and it will show you your pressures as long as you are in motion driving the car. Active pressures by the second. So I watch it drop to 36 PSI. Then I watch it drop to 34 PSI. I pull over, I look at my tire. It is very, very low, and I'm by the freeway, and I can hear the air hissing coming out of my tire. And I look at it and it just happened to be where I stopped. I could see there was a huge chunk of metal in the top of my tire. I knew immediately that it was probably not pluggable. I knew immediately that I could probably not just put air in it at the next gas station and keep driving. I would most likely have a blowout because the tread was definitely compromised and buckled. And it was not just a screw or something. I don't know what it was. So anyway, I'm going to show y'all the actual footage of this situation because I did record the entire thing front to back when this was happening. I looked like crap. That's what I really look like in the real world when I'm at work and busy and my makeup is melting off my face. And then after I show you the actual footage of this whole situation that happened, I will go through a list at the end and give you a brief summary of everything I learned about this situation when I got my flat tire. And I don't have information on a good spare tire for you, so I apologize. I don't know. I still need to do that research myself. Please enjoy this ironic situation that happened to me this week, and hopefully you will learn a lot because I know I did and I know I have a lot more to learn. So I am on the way home from work right now. I am 30 miles from my house on the Beltway and I am losing tire pressure in my back left tire. I saw the tire pressure light come on and I was like, well, it does that all the time, but it's hot outside right now, so it shouldn't be getting low while I'm driving. Pressure should be increasing with the heat. So I checked it and my back left tire is definitely going flat. I just kept the service window open and I can steadily see my PSI dropping mile by mile. So I have lost 4 pounds of pressure in the last 5 minutes, and I just pulled over off the freeway and looked at my tire, and there's a huge chunk of metal sticking in my tire and the tread on the inner side where I can't even get to. And I can hear the air coming out of it. So I will show you guys that real quick. And then I guess I'm going to have to call Tesla roadside assistance for the first time. So yeah, not a happy camper right now. Ugh. That is my tire pressure right now. and I just pulled over. Thankfully there's a big open area. Thankfully my car is still under warranty. I called Tesla Roadside Assistance. I was on hold for 17 minutes on the Tesla Roadside Assistance phone call before I ever spoke to a human being. So I also filed a service request through the Tesla app as well. And I actually did get a response from the app a little bit sooner, like 3 minutes sooner. And I asked the lady, I said, I made, a service request through the app and the phone call because I wasn't really sure how to do this. I've never done it before. And she said, yeah, sometimes going through the app can be quicker, or sometimes going through the phone can be quicker. It just depends on how long the queue is for each ways that people are filing requests. So basically I did the right thing by calling Tesla Roadside Assistance, and then while I was on hold with them trying to talk to someone, I did file a request through the app too. So you definitely want to do it both ways at the same time to make sure you get the fastest response possible. So I finally talked to her and she explained that they don't have any availability for Tesla Roadside Assistance until tomorrow at 9 a.m. And today is Wednesday, October 12th at 1 p.m. So I was like, so are you telling me that you can't come help me until tomorrow at 9 a.m.? She's like, yeah, so your options are, we can come to your car tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I'm in a random parking lot on the side of the freeway. I'm not leaving my car here overnight. I don't even know like where I'm at basically, like what kind of business this is or anything. I'm not leaving my car here. And I'm 30 miles from home right now. So she said the other option besides Ubering home and leaving my car in a random parking lot to be serviced while I'm gone and then come back and pick it up later is they can send a tow truck to come get me and tow my car to the nearest Tesla service center. So I said, okay, well then send me a tow truck. And how does that work? Do I ride with them or do I need to Uber home and they take my car to the service center or what? So she said that the qualified Tesla tow truck, basically this towing company has a contract with Tesla and they are all qualified to tow Teslas. They have been trained properly in towing and everything. They will come pick me and my car up. I can just ride up front with the tow truck driver. And we will both tow my car together today to the North Freeway. I think she means I-45 North Service Center, but I'll verify that later. Anyway, we're both going to go to the service center together. And I said, okay, well, if we do that, does it cost extra for towing? And she said, no, it's free for the towing because you're still under warranty. And I said, well, how long does that warranty last? And she said 4 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first, which 50,000 miles is definitely going to come first for me because I think I'm already at 39,000 miles. Yeah, I'm at 39,300 miles and it's only been 2 years this week. She said that whether they came and fixed my tire here in the parking lot or whether they tow me back to the service center because the towing's free, it'll be $121 to plug my tire for me, which I'm not sure if it's pluggable or not because it's a pretty big hole. Or if they have to replace it, then it'll be $355 to replace my tire. They are the stock 18-inch all-weather Michelin tires that the car came with on the stock rims that it came with. They're still the first set of tires, so they have 39,000 miles on them. I said, well, do you know if they're going to be able to actually fix my tire today or not? And then I can drive home, or am I going to have to leave it there and then Uber home from the service center? She said, usually they can fix it there the same day, but it just depends on how busy they are. And she said she doesn't have access to their schedule or their availability. So she gave me the address and the phone number for the service center that I'm going to be towed to. And I'm going to call them in just a minute and say, hey, this is what's happening. I'm getting towed there. Can you fix my tires today or not? Or am I going to have to Uber home from the service center? So I'm going to call them in a minute. And if they can't fix it today for whatever reason, then I will have to Uber home about 45 miles and then Uber back tomorrow to go get my car, which sucks because I have work tomorrow, so I won't be able to pick it up till Friday. Fun, fun, fun. But either way, the price is all the same, whether it gets fixed today or not, and whether I get towed or not. So at least that's good. At least towing's free. So I will update y'all in a little bit. Wish me luck. Oh, and they said the tow truck will be here within 60 minutes or less. So that's positive. Okay, so just a little update. I just called the service center, the phone number that she gave me. Thank God I got lucky that I broke down close to a service center. The guy that answered the phone was super nice. His name is Josh, and he said that they will definitely be able to replace or repair my tire today. And they do have these stock 18-inch Michelin all-weather tires in stock, so that's not a problem. I'll get the same tire that I already have on here. So, whew, thank God it's early in the day and they're going to be able to fix my car and I can drive home today. Thank goodness. It sucks that Tesla mobile service is not available till tomorrow, but at least they can tow me to the service center and the service center can take care of me today. I got really, really lucky, but this is definitely something to consider if you don't live or travel near service centers. That's really, really, really disappointing that the emergency Tesla roadside assistance could not send mobile service to come fix my car today. That's ridiculous. So I mean, you could be sitting there with a flat tire on the side of the freeway until the next day. I mean, that's really a subpar service in my opinion, and they really, really need to fix that. But I just got lucky that they can tow me for free to a service center and still take care of me today. If this was a normal day for me, like, I would be totally screwed, and this would happen after 5 p.m. and no one would be able to take care of me the same day. So, oh, what a cluster F. When you call a Tesla service center, this is the prompts that you need to go through to get to a real person. First, you click on the option for vehicles. Then you click on the option for service, listen for the option for local service center and hit that option. Then you give a brief description of what you're calling about. I just said I needed my flat tire changed today. Then they connect you to an actual human being at your local service center, the one you called. That is that, because I was always curious, like, how do I actually talk to a real person? There you go. So it's okay that I got taken to this Tesla center over here and had to sit here for God knows how long, probably 2 hours to get my tire replaced. As soon as I walked in, I saw Richard that we met at Cyber Rodeo and hung out for like, what, 2-3 days there? I don't know. We were in the factory together and touched the Cyber truck together.
The Tesla bot, we got our pictures.
Yes, the Tesla bot, everything. We both got into Cyber Rodeo at the factory. So it was crazy that I saw him here. We don't even live in the same area.
Just happenstance.
Yeah, just happenstance. As soon as I walked in, I saw him and I was like, oh my God. So we've been sitting here chit-chatting for like 2 hours now, and I got to go see his 2015 Model S. So awesome. And it's so funny because I got in there and I was like, oh my gosh, does the sunroof open?
Oh yes.
So it actually opens in his car. So I got to sit in a Model S for the first time in the driver's seat of Richard's Tesla. So anyway, this day turned out to be awesome, even though it was a total nightmare at first. So that's awesome that we ran into each other and got to chit chat for so long.
Yeah, I just had so many things, so many things, so many stories.
And we talked forever at Cyber Rodeo too. So this is just a crazy coincidence. So a good ending to a horrible, horrible day. So, and both of our cars are okay now. So yay! Tesla fixed our cars.
Tesla.
Yes. So that was my crazy day, ending up with a flat tire on the freeway. It ended well since I ran into Richard. One of my subscribers, he has been a subscriber for a long time, and that's about it. He's just an awesome Tesla owner, geek, nerd like I am. And we just happened to run into each other and got to talk for 2 hours while both of our cars got fixed. He actually had a flat as well, not at that time, but a couple days before that. So later on, I will show y'all part 2, which is basically the breakdown of everything, the breakdown of the timeline, the cost, the options, the warranty for Tesla roadside assistance, and the type of tires and all that stuff, etc.